Happening now, New York's vaccination mandate for healthcare workers on hold following a federal judge's ruling yesterday, the latest from the state's governor. Plus, a Jamestown area union organizer honored with a special award.
Well, have you closed your pool yet? You might want to rethink that decision as summer is not giving up. We'll talk about where the temperatures are headed next as the news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now. This is WNY News Now with live breaking news.
A federal judge issued a temporary restraining order yesterday, suspending New York from enforcing the vaccine mandate if a healthcare worker claims a religious exemption. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Just this morning, New York's governor responded to the ruling. Our Dante Roberts joins us live now with more on this breaking news update. Dante.
Justin, the ruling comes after 17 Catholic and Baptist medical professionals filed a complaint Monday saying they oppose the COVID-19 vaccine for religious reasons. They're seeking a permanent injunction to prevent the state from enforcing it. For now, the order bars the state's Department of Health from requiring employers to deny or revoke religious exemptions for the vaccine. Because the state's mandate does not require healthcare workers to receive their first dose of the vaccine until September 27th, the judge's order does not go into effect until that date. A hearing in the case is set for September 28th. New York Governor Kathy Hochul was asked about the ruling just a few moments ago. In the end, she believes the mandates are smart and why vaccination numbers are going up.
It's the smart thing to do. We have to continue the mandates, and if there are staffing shortages, I've already had conversations. We've been alerted that there's a hospital in Lewis County that may not be able to deliver babies. I checked. Every baby is supposed to be delivered in Lewis County has been properly delivered. And we'll also send resources, and this won't happen for a couple weeks anyhow. This was just anticipatory that the requirement goes into effect in a couple weeks. We'll be on it. I'm not going to let this be a problem for the state of New York. I will make sure that we have the resources.
As for staffing issues, Justin, the governor says hospitals should be prepared to deal with vaccines regardless, citing a flu outbreak among employees as an example.
All right, Dante Roberts with the latest on this breaking story today. Dante, thank you. No major religious denominations have taken a stand opposing vaccinations yet. Pope Francis declared it a, quote, the moral choice because it's about your life, but also about the lives of others. A forum to answer questions about marijuana legalization is happening tonight in Chautauqua County, titled Marijuana Legalization, What Might the New Law Mean? The discussion will take place at the Fredonia Opera House at 7 p.m. The conversation will feature 4 presenters, including Associate Dean of Research at the University at Buffalo School of Public Health, Dr. Laura Ann Collins, and the Executive Director of WNY Normal, Penelope Hamilton. Siasaben. Former FBI agent and now SUNY Fredonia University Police Chief Brent Isaacson and the Executive Director of Prevention Works, Melanine Woolwiski, will also take part. This is not the first time the stakeholders have discussed legal marijuana in Chautauqua County. If you remember, last month, local businesses, nonprofit organizations, law enforcement, and government leaders alike met with State Senator George Borrello for a similar discussion. Chautauqua County's executive is slated to outline his tentative 2022 budget this time next week. Executive P.J. Wendell will hold a budget presentation during the county legislature meeting next Wednesday. The public is welcome to attend the meeting, which kicks off at 6:30 in the legislative chambers of the Jurassic Office Building in Mayville. After Wendell presents his budget, county legislators will begin their review of it by meeting with department heads and determining if any additional modifications would be needed. They will need to pass a final budget for 2022 on or before December 1st of this year. Those interested in attending can do so in person, or you can watch a live stream at the Chautauqua County Government Facebook page. A Jamestown union organizer has been honored for his work in the community, receiving a Memorial Labor Award. Our Bronson Rasmussen was at that ceremony last night and has more on the meaning of this honor and the recipient's work to get it.
Michael Hames was awarded the George Ritzer Memorial Labor Award Tuesday night at a presentation at the Northwest Arena. Hames, who is the organizer and assistant business manager of the Jamestown IBEW Local 106 and worked with the union for the past decade, received this award for his efforts to make safer labor environments.
To get the award finally makes me feel like I've accomplished something. It makes me feel as though I've been accepted by my peers, and I'm very happy to receive the award.
Named in honor of George Ritzer, who served as president of the Jamestown Area Labor Council for over 20 years, the award is given to an individual who volunteers and contributes towards the local labor movement. Several area officials, as well as past award recipients, attended the presentation ceremony to congratulate Hames, including Assemblyman Andy Goodell.
And these are the people that get up every morning, who go to work, leave their family, work hard, produce products, make the community better, and improve our country. They're not the people sitting at home, waiting for someone else to take care of them.
Dave Wilkinson, business manager of IBEW Local 106, presented the award to Hames. Last year, the honor was awarded to all essential workers.
We need to respect that, what labor's doing for us, and sometimes I think it goes unnoticed. What we really want is workplace dignity, fair share in the market, health benefits, education, free of violence for our children. We want this for all workers, not just for union workers.
Bronson Rasmussen, WNY News Now.
Bronson, thank you. What an honor. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. It's great to see David. Good to see Myrtle, Dorothy, and Wendy. Happy Wednesday to you. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Facebook live stream or across any of our networks here on WNY News Now. And we want to welcome our friends watching us on Channel 716 on Roku as well. It's so easy to stay up to date with not just local news, but so much more that's happening in the community. You can do it on your television. Just search and download Channel 716 today. Well, now let's get a first check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter joining us live with that. And I know we had a couple of peaks of sunshine earlier this morning, Dakota, but it looks like clouds are starting to set in.
Yeah, the clouds have really packed in, and it's really going to be just a cloudy day today with a few rain showers. The Randolph Beaches and Cream Sky Cam, yeah, it shows you those clouds abode over there. 67 right now, and the dew point close together at 66. So, yeah, the cloud cover really is going to keep, it's going to do one thing. It's going to keep the temperatures down today, but yeah, we've got some more rain showers. Satellite and radar shows you those rain showers coming on in. Now, the discrepancy here is the fact that the Buffalo radar is still down. It's going to be down probably for another week while they're doing some well-needed TLC on it, so we're not getting data from the Buffalo radar. So this is a composite of multiple radars stitched together, and you can see we do have at least another line of showers that are now crossing Erie County, Pennsylvania, and then coming into the southern tier. Those will sweep through over the next hour or two, and then we actually should turn a little bit drier for the later afternoon hours today. 79 was the high yesterday, 62 is where we started the day, 93 and 29 are the record highs and lows for the day. So through the afternoon, those socked-in clouds continue. Rain showers, maybe a few rumbles at times, cooler and less humid. Look at the highs, 67 to 72 with a west wind. Now, as we mentioned at the top of the show, if you closed your pool, you might want to rethink that decision as summer's not giving up. We've got some summer air and humidity to go along with it. We'll talk about it in full detail with that 7-day forecast later in the show. Justin.
All right, Dakota, thank you. A big jump in new coronavirus infections were reported today in Chautauqua County. The county health department announced 150 new cases of the virus with 2 new deaths. There are now 405 active cases with 36 people in the hospital and 933 residents in quarantine. According to the CDC, the county remains listed under a high level of community transmission of the virus, with the 7-day average percent positivity rate at 9.7%. As for vaccination, 68,000 county residents have received at least 1 dose of the shot, with nearly 62,000 people fully vaccinated, that according to New York State's health department. Well, average daily cases and deaths from COVID-19 are starting to spike as hospitals around the country struggle to keep up. Bert Conway with the latest on what federal health officials are doing in the way of treatment, prevention, and trying to get us back to normalcy.
It's up to you, New York. Broadway is back.
Welcome back to the theater.
After 18 months of darkness in the theater district, the show must go on. But safety is also taking center stage, with strict vaccine and mask requirements as Delta continues to spread. 1 in 500 Americans has died of COVID-19. The vast majority of the people dying now are unvaccinated. Most of the people in the hospital now are unvaccinated. New estimates show preventable costs for treating hospitalized unvaccinated patients reached $5.7 billion over the last 3 months. As hospitals struggle under the weight of it all, the U.S. government announced a contract with Regeneron Tuesday for 1.4 million additional doses of the company's monoclonal antibody treatment. The treatment is in such high demand, last month, another company that also makes a monoclonal antibody treatment reported a global shortage of their drug. So the push for prevention persists. More than 179 million Americans are fully vaccinated, and boosters could be next. But the FDA has to take into account dueling data on the issue when it meets on Friday, all set against the backdrop of political friction on the matter. The road to boosters is shaping up to be a bumpy one. I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Britt, thank you. Erie County officials and representatives from Pergula Sports Entertainment announced new protocols for fans and concert goers of Buffalo Bills and the Sabres. When entering Highmark Stadium in the KeyBank Center, anyone 21 and older will now be required at any event to provide proof of at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. The new policy goes into effect for Bills games on September 26th and lasts until October 31st. From that point on, only fans who are fully vaccinated will be allowed to attend any event at Highmark Stadium. Now at KeyBank Center, the policy will go into effect on September 25th. Anyone under the age of 12 will be required to wear a mask since the vaccine is not yet available for that group. Coming up, a lot more to tell you about what a new poll has to say about our state's new governor. And later, remembering the Vietnam War 50 years later. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Welcome to Honest John's Pizzeria, where you are the most important customer.
Everything from freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has it all.
And don't forget the ice cream!
Order online today or check out our 2 great locations with buffets ready for every appetite.
Don't I have the best job in the world?
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Located along the Amish Trail, the Randolph Retail Company offers a variety of clothing, jewelry, and gifts for any occasion. Offering uptown merchandise at small-town prices, our locally owned business balances quality and value. With complimentary gift wrap here at the Randolph Retail Company, we pride ourselves in personal service. Check out our Facebook page or stop in today at 127 Main Street, Randolph, just a 20-minute drive from Jamestown.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
New Yorkers are sharing their feelings about the state's new governor just weeks into her term, and so far they have mixed reactions. The Siena College Research Institute released a poll gauging support for Governor Kathy Hochul this week. Results found that 42% of voters view Hochul in a favorable light, with 17% viewing Hochul in an unfavorable light, and 41% either don't know her or don't have enough information to have an opinion. According to the poll, over half of voters questioned say that Hochul had a more collaborative approach during her time than former Governor Andrew Cuomo. She took over as the state's first governor on August 24th after Cuomo resigned amid sexual harassment allegations. Well, the push to end the digital divide continues as a detailed broadband report was released yesterday. Our Julia Gress has more from the state's capital about how this is impacting us here at home.
New York State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli released a report on Tuesday detailing broadband access across the state. After the COVID-19 pandemic made the disparity in high-speed internet usage clear, many leaders have called for increased accessibility and affordability statewide.
Millions of New Yorkers had to turn their homes into schools and into workplaces as well. There's no doubt, and I think we would all agree, for New York to stay economically competitive, we need to be a leader in deploying high-speed connections and in making sure all New Yorkers can access them.
While former Governor Andrew Cuomo has stated that a $500 million Broadband for All program has already provided expanded connectivity to 98% of the population, the Comptroller's report tells a different story. The report states that over 1 million households, or roughly 14%, do not have access to these services. Those with the least access are found in rural or low-income areas. Counties with the highest percentage of population without broadband available were Allegheny, Cattaraugus, and Hamilton counties. Western New York and the Southern Tier were found to have 16.3% and 16.6% of households without broadband access, respectively.
Reliable high-speed internet is a necessity to effectively work, communicate, and learn in our society today.
DiNapoli is urging the state to use the federal funding provided under the American Rescue Plan and new funds that may be provided under the infrastructure bill currently before Congress. The Comptroller believes this plan should include ways to accelerate universal availability of the highest speed connections, including in rural areas where there are currently no providers or only one option for service. Further, DiNapoli encourages enhancing access for low-income households and improving the affordability for those low-income residents. Julia Gress, WNY News Now.
Julia, thank you. Well, are you looking for a new companion? Well, you're in luck because this weekend the Chautauqua County Humane Society has the perfect event for you. The nonprofit animal group is hosting a special dog adoption event on Saturday from 11 to 3 at their adoption center. That's 2825 Strunk Road in Jamestown. This is an event open to the public, no appointments needed to meet the dogs. Officials with the center say there are currently 19 dogs at the shelter looking for a good home. In addition to the pups, there are several cats up for adoption too. To learn more about the event, head on over to chqhumane.org. Tech lovers rejoice, Apple unveiling its newest devices. Apple's newest line of iPhone 13s don't have the kind of flashy upgrades that grab headlines though, but they have better cameras, batteries, and processing than previous versions for about the same price. The new Apple Watch Series 7 is smaller with a wider screen. It even has a full keyboard feature too. Now, Apple's new iPad has better chips for faster processing. That device is its miniature counterpart, also have improved cameras as well. Certainly a lot of people getting excited for the big Apple unveiling event. I know yesterday, Dakota, you were all about it, watching it, seeing it come out.
I was sitting here doing double duty. I was doing my weather forecast packages while I was watching the keynote, so I had multiple screens over here.
I know you yourself, we both are Apple Watch lovers. We love Apple.
Well, mine broke. So
yours broke.
That's why
you think
I don't
you're going to
have
get
mine.
the new one, do you think? Or?
Well, I don't understand why the Series 3 is still in the product line. That makes no sense to me. I don't know. I'm either going to get the SE or I'm going to go the used route. Maybe get a used Series 5 or something.
Because we were talking about this yesterday. I don't know if I would go and get a new watch per se, because I only use mine for like text messages and alerts and things like that. I don't necessarily use the other features that it provides, but I might get a new phone. I've been on the fence about that. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you an Apple lover? Are you not an Apple lover? Do you get new phones? Are they too expensive for you?
I'm going to keep my
Good to
11
see
for a little while.
David, Tom, Jake, and Chad. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you tuning in. One of the big things that we're watching today, my friend, is the weather forecast. And I was looking at the Chautauqua Lake Cam as we went to break. It looked like there was a couple of rain showers. And I feel like for the last couple of days, that's all we've had is rain.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's interesting. The Buffalo radar goes down and here comes rain, but watch it come right back when it's sunny and rainbows. Rainfall totals here. This is over the past 24 hours, and Dunkirk was the winner at 1/2 inch. Silver Creek at 38/100 of an inch. Fredonia 33/100. Mayville 19/100. Jamestown 1/10 of an inch, and Frewsburg also a 1/10 of an inch worth of rain, and there's still some more rain to go through today. Now, the Storm Prediction Center does maintain this low-end marginal risk. That's the level 1 out of 5, the darker green. For areas further out to the east, there's a standard slight risk way out towards central New York. And the same thing that we've had over the past couple of days, thunderstorms, the main threat with this is really going to be strong winds and maybe some ponding of water on roadways as well. So again, I'm not expecting a huge severe weather threat, but a couple storms could be possible. That could be a couple strong, that could be a little bit on the stronger side. We'll watch them though. Clouds sucked in downtown from the HD News Now cam, 61, no wind, but look at this visibility at 1.75 miles. That's at the airport, so we do have some low-lying fog across portions of the southern tier, so watch out for that as you step outside this afternoon. And as we mentioned, summer is not going anywhere. It's going to be coming back in style here. 77 tomorrow, 80 on Friday. Want to go warmer? How about 81 on Sunday? But the temperatures are only part of it. The humidity is also going to be rising as well. So by the time we go into Friday, yeah, we're talking dew point 65 degrees or higher. And again, when it comes to the dew point, that's the moisture retention in the air. The closer the dew point is to the air temperature, the more humid it is, the harder it is for your body to repel sweat off you. That's why you feel a lot more humid. And then it's going to stay muggy as we go into at least next week. First Defense Doppler radar. Now again, this is using the Cleveland radar. Again, the Buffalo radar is still down for well-needed maintenance. So this is the Cleveland radar, but we do have some rain showers moving across the southern tier. Our opponent, little thunderstorm now moving across Corey in Erie County. That's going to be crossing over into Warren County pretty soon. And the newest Runner Future Scan shows you those showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. But watch as it actually clears out later in the day. We'll actually see maybe some partial clearing later in the afternoon into the evening hours. We should stay dry through the overnight, and then tomorrow, a nice day, partly to mostly sunny. Warmer, as you saw, and a little bit more humid as well. So keep that in mind. And then by the time we go into Friday, we'll actually see our next chance of rain popping up here. See a few rain showers popping up here on the map. That's going into Friday. But it's not all day rain. It's only scattered showers. So temperatures this afternoon, yeah, we're talking upper 60s to maybe around 70 in spots. Cooler and much less sticky, but you will be dodging a few raindrops at times as well. Now, how about the future? The next 7 days are coming up. Maybe. We'll try it again. Well, maybe. Well, we'll show you the 7-day forecast right after we come back from the break. Don't go away.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
There it goes.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes.
Make a plan today.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
2022 marks the 50 years since the U.S. officially began preparing to withdraw from Vietnam. Now, the nation's capital, a group of preservers are working to preserve the Vietnam Memorial and planning for a busy year ahead. Our Washington correspondent Matt Knadler takes us there.
2022 will also mark the 40th anniversary of the Vietnam Memorial. Its biggest feature, the wall, etched with more than 58,000 names of those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
As we say, it's about the warrior, not about the war. It doesn't matter what your feelings are about the war, that you should honor the warriors.
Heidi Zimmerman of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund showed us around the memorial, which is more than just the wall. You'll also find the 3 servicemen statue, the Women's Memorial, and the in memory plaque honoring everyone who joined the effort a half-century ago. The wall takes visitors below ground, immersing them into a sea of names covering 2 decades of conflict. Well, Heidi, talk about the names and just how they're in order here. Is it by year? Is it alphabetized? What are we looking at?
The names are by date of casualty. It starts in the center and it comes out this way on the east wall. Within each day, the names are in alphabetical order. So it's not unusual to see visitors come along and they think, oh, it's in alpha order, and then all of a sudden a new day starts. So you see A to Z within one day and then A to Z within the next day. The meaning of having them all in casualty date is because there are numerous Michael Smiths and people with the same name, so you really wouldn't know which person is yours. By doing it this way, you know exactly which person is yours because you know what date that they passed.
Visitors to the wall this Friday will also be able to honor those captured or missing in war for the annual National POW MIA Recognition Day. With tourism picking up again in Washington this summer here in 2021, many people are visiting the wall and the memorial for the first time. And for veterans and their families, this can prove to be healing.
They feel like this is the place that they're closest to their dad or their brother or their grandfather, so they come here to visit them.
We'll have more coverage on Vietnam and the war's legacy 50 years later in the weeks and months ahead. In Washington, Matt Knadler reporting.
Thank you. Powerful, powerful story. And I remember last Veterans Day, our Lee Kane actually spoke to a Vietnam vet here in Jamestown who gathered for a ceremony. And he discussed the war. And for him, he takes pride in the work he's done. And when you talk about it, and I talk about it with my grandparents, there was so many high emotions on both sides of that conflict. So many people who didn't want the U.S. to be involved in Vietnam. But like Matt mentioned in the report, I think it's interesting, honoring the work of those vets, especially the ones who were killed in action, killed while serving, because they made that sacrifice for their country, even though it was at a time when the nation maybe didn't fully agree on why we were there. Mm-hmm. So it's be interesting to kind of see what comes up next going forward. And still the families to this day who, you look at it 50 years ago, that death in their family still touches them so close. And a lot of times when you look at, say, World War II monuments now, we appreciate the sacrifice, but we don't really know the names. And you look at Vietnam, you still do know the names. We still have these Vietnam veterans that walk among us who had their brothers killed in that conflict. So interesting nevertheless. As promised, we want to take you to the 7-day forecast now that we have that up, and I'll give it to you, Dakota.
All right, so 77 tomorrow, a great day, partly to mostly sunny. We'll see a few showers Friday, but not all day rain. A shower or two Saturday, but look at the summer air return as we go into next week. How about Monday? 84 degrees. Oof.
Wow.
So yeah, pools, air conditioners, don't put them away just yet. Summer's not over.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, gosh, and I'll take the sunshine. I mean, if we can have another rebound of it. So hopefully people didn't put their air conditioners away, because last night, I know as silly as it was, I actually was cold for the first time. And part of it is probably because I still had the air on in my house, and that was probably the issue. But
pretty soon we're going to be thinking 50 degrees as a heat wave.
I know. I can't believe it. That's honestly why I love Western New York, because of our weather. Because you have that.
It's a smorgasbord.
It is. All right, Dakota, thank you. That's it for us today. We are back tomorrow. Here's a live look over Randolph's Peaches and Cream. Stay dry today, folks. If you missed anything we talked about, don't worry. This show is available live and on demand at WNYNewsNow.com. Have a great day.